So, this is the final episode of Gangsta's first season, and I really hope we get a second season and that we don't have to read the manga because this was so good. And it makes me sad that the studio that animated this went bankrupt because they animated some really good stuff. And yeah, I know that they didn't do a lot of fan service, and that was mainly what caused them to go bankrupt because they didn't have so many fan service animes. So yeah, it's sad that a great studio goes under. But let's talk about what was revealed in this episode. It is revealed that the person who has caused a lot of the tragedy in this episode, in the Gangsta's first season, was actually Ivan, the person who worked for the police. And yeah, he is. He may have convinced Munray to join him, and indirectly joined Corsica, because I presume that when at the end of this episode, Munray and him are standing, and Ivan says, "Shall we go? The big boss doesn't like to wait." I guess that boss is Uranus Corsica. So yeah, I must say Munray, he is really big. He is a bad person. He is really bad because yeah, he caused the events in the Bastard Man. He is really nasty. So if there's ever gonna be a season two, I hope he gets what he deserves, man. I really hope he gets to what he deserves. At least the father of Warwick got what he deserved when he first of all burned out the eye of Warwick, which caused what's he called, Nicholas, to kill him. Because we found out that the father of Nicholas, not Nicholas, Warwick, he actually didn't like Twilights. He looked down on them. He saw them as nothing more than tools for him, for normal people to use, and they only had one purpose, and that was to fight for normal peoples and die for normal people. They was basically beasts in his eyes. So yeah, he got what he deserved, and that was really nasty. It was also nasty when Barry he basically tricked. I presume he tricked what she called Alex when she was a kid to get into the city of Gangsta by telling her that her mother's killer, which was a Twilight, was there, and that he would that she needed the money that he could offer them her, so her brother and her father wouldn't have to suffer, because her father was basically he had went down because his wife was killed by a Twilight. And I'm not entirely sure if this is if Alex was raped as a kid by a Twilight, or if it was Nicholas that saved her as a kid, because it's implied that she may have known Nicholas in the past, but he of course hasn't confirmed this, so it's only speculation, and we don't know until we either get a season two or we read the manga or the source material, to be more exact. We also find out that they thought that Estamin, the group that Striker, Zeke, Beretta, and Colt belongs to, broke up 15 years ago. However, that wasn't the case, and thanks to that group and Marco leaving it, Joe actually lost her son and her son's wife, because they basically shall we say, that was Estimate's way of retaliating against Marco leaving them, and she didn't even have a body to bury of either of those, and now she fears that Connie, she is gonna meet the same fate. So she beats Marco, and I can understand why she beats up, because she has basically lost everything thanks to Marco. And yet, man. And she actually goes so far as she basically asks Nicholas to help. She asked him that she don't care if he only can bring back an eye or the head, basically the severed head, even the ear. She don't care. She just want one piece of, what is it called, Connie, to bring back and bury. And I have a feeling that the only thing she may get is the ring. the ring. I think Connie had a ring on her finger. I think that's the only thing she is gonna get. I really hope I'm incorrect because I really don't want Connie to die because she is so awesome, man. She is so awesome, guys. I really don't want her to die. However, Loretta, man, she gives some fan service. You could call it fan service because what do you call a girl changing in front of a guy into some really nice outfit, man? And I don't mean like sexy outfit. I mean nice like boss outfit. And she shows that she is worthy of being one of the head family's bosses because, as she says to Marco, you have done a lot for the family that Loretto belongs to. So now it's time for that family to basically pay you back. And she does that by basically immobilizing her entire force to try to find information about Connie so they can get her back. And man, at one moment when I saw Mikhail basically digging into a body, I was like, oh no, let it not be Connie, let it not be Connie. However, I don't think that was Connie. I think it was the Twilight that Mikhail had killed. And Mikhail, he's freaking creepy, man. He's freaking creepy. However, the most insane part about this episode was Striker, because Striker, he attacks the Monray's place, and he basically beats up a lot of guys. He even stops a closing metal door and breaks it and beats the guys that was behind it because he was searching for Monray. I'm not sure how he knows him, and why he is going after him. Maybe Monray isn't working for Corsica. Maybe he has joined enemy forces, and that was what you call Corsica sent Striker after him because we know that Estamine is working for Uranus Corsica. So yeah, it's interesting. However, I must say I like how Miles he don't want to abandon Monray, and that makes me even more angry on Monray for just abandoning him and basically getting safe. Because Miles only stays there because he wants to ensure that the boss can get away. And also, I like how him and Vorik are basically like smack talking while they are preparing to fight Striker, who has beaten like an entire corpse. And Vorik, as he says, there's no way that they can defeat him. However, the people like Striker is similar to what's it called Twilight, except they are not. They don't need Cerberus to basically continue living. They are basically like normal people, except they are extremely strong. They're stronger than even Twilights. So yeah, that explains why they are able to kill so many Twilights without any issues. And yes, they loses. Vorik and Miles loses. However, Vorik is able to inject what you call the Striker with what I presume is Downer. However, he takes a knife to the stomach, and as far as I know, if you do that, you are normally dead, and also getting thrown out of a window from second story. I think it is. I think it's second floor. To be more exact, to be correct, that is pretty deadly. So yeah, I think Warwick he's gonna die from that, especially since Nina wakes up and looks like, and basically goes down in the rain and looks very sad and says Warwick is, and then it isn't revealed. So man, we really need that second season. We need that second season, man. I really want to know what happens to Warwick, and I really don't want to read the manga. Even thought that would be a good one, but still, this has been a really good one. And I really don't understand why good studios, like the one that animated this, I'm so sorry that I haven't read up on what the studio is called, but man, I really don't understand how studios like that can go under when there's verse studios like, I know Toei, they have Dragon Balls, but some of their animation quality isn't really up to par. And yet, studios that make this kind of quality, that would be like if Madhouse went bankrupt, and we all know that that most likely not happen because Madhouse is like the king. If they crumble, we have like everyone crumble. But what did you think about this series, man? Did you like it? Did you enjoy this series as much as I did? Or did you think this was bad? Did you think that the manga is better? Of course, the manga novel is most likely better because it goes more in depth and doesn't have like, okay, we only have this amount of time, we only can put this amount of quality into it. So yeah, I would like to know that. And with that, have a good day, good night, wherever you are. And I will see you later, guys, with Hidden Noiria. So have a good day, good night, wherever you are. Cheers.